Insane Teddy, thank you for the 5. I'm really hyped for Death Stranding 2. Looks 10 times more fun and crazier. How you feel about thinking and replay Death Stranding 1? I think Death Stranding 2, after seeing some more of the stuff they showed at Summer Games Fest, I do think this is going to be a game that does a good job of winning back players who fell off with the first game, because there were a lot of people who played like maybe 5 hours, 10 hours of the first game, and then were just like, I'm good. I think this game is going to do a really good job of bringing those people back into the fold, because I think a lot of the stuff like the action, or even just mechanically, a lot of the littler stuff like this with like mudslides and weather events and avalanches and things, that adds a layer of complexity that I think people will be really excited for. If you just hated Death Stranding, this is not going to magically change that. It's still Death Stranding. I mean, nothing. Look at it. You know, like, it's a Kojima game. It is Death Stranding. But I do think it's going to do a very good job of bringing back people who are interested in it at the outset. A better map too. That's going to be great. So I think it'll do well. Do I think it's going to like pop up and sell 10 million copies in the first 2 days? No, but I think it's going to do pretty solidly. And it probably has good legs on it too, meaning just like the first game, I think a lot of people didn't buy it at launch, but they did buy it later when it was either on sale or when it was like PlayStation Plus, whatever game. I think they went on PlayStation Plus at one point. So I think that stuff, it will have strong legs and people will continue buying it over time. But it's going to be interesting to watch. I'm fully expecting it reviews probably better than the first game. Kind of twofold, because I do think it'll be better than the first game mechanically. But the other piece is, with the first game, they were assigning it to a lot of reviewers who had no idea what they were getting into, because the game was kind of confusing up front. But now they're going to be giving it to a lot of fans of Death Stranding, the base game, to play and review, and those people are much more primed to review it highly. So I think you'll see a pretty high Metacritic score. Exact number wise, I don't know if it breaks out of the 80s, but probably high 80s would be a safe bet. The first game, people kind of forget, it didn't have, like, it didn't connect with some people at all. Some people thought it was really, really rough, but it had like an 82, which is a solid score. That is not a bad score. That's a good game score. But it's mainly because you had a lot of people that did play it and ended up giving it like one of these mixed reviews, which sit in like that 7-6 range. A lot of people thought it was amazing, like game of the generation. A lot of these I've never heard of, but yeah, you get down some 80s scores, 70s. Mysterious Epic has its moments, but can't carry the weight of expectation. World unbridled ambition, imagination, but also pretentious, contrived, and frequently quite dull gameplay. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Whew. True gaming. We will all remember Death Stranding, the game that was brave enough to oppose the norm, but in the end, it falls victim to its high ambitions as it struggles plenty due to numerous pivotal decisions in storytelling and gameplay. And I think this game will do a good job of converting these like 7s into like 8s or 9s. I think a lot of these people who are frustrated with gameplay stuff will try Death Stranding 2 and probably end up liking it a good bit more, because they're adding a lot of things that the first game did not do well. So it's going to be interesting to see, for sure. But I think it's going to be good. Yeah.